What was your childhood dream? When I was a child, I used to dream about my perfect wedding. The car, the church, the dress, and the gorgeous husband. I'd line my teddies down the side of the room, and I'd walk down the centre in my mum's 1970s vintage wedding dress. I looked like a hippie. And then I would marry my imaginary gorgeous husband. In school, I was a bit of a learner. In England, we call that teacher's pet. I figured that my imaginary wedding would be my only wedding. I was determined in college for this not to be the case, so I enticed a young man into dating me. It's called push-up bra and alcohol. Well, it worked, because 5 years later, he asked me to marry him. Yes, I'd done it. Or I'd just given him too much alcohol. I spent the next 2 years devising my perfect wedding checklist. The car, the church, the dress, and I'd landed the gorgeous husband. Well, close enough, he wasn't quite George Clooney. The day finally arrived. Everything started perfectly. The dress fitted. The cars arrived on time, and we were on our way to the church. As I was waiting at the church, the priest comes out, and she's got that look on her face. I'm so sorry. Not the words you want to hear on your wedding day. So, what, of course, like everybody, what does your mind do? It goes to the worst case scenario. Okay, someone fallen over. Has he got cold feet? No. I'm so sorry, but the organist can't play. He's broken his hand. Don't worry, though. Don't worry. We've actually got you a replacement. A 12-year-old boy. I went whiter than my wedding dress. But as I was walking down the aisle, I actually began to realise he was pretty good. Note to self, never underestimate a 12-year-old. The next part of the wedding was the wedding luncheon. This went perfectly, not a glitch in sight. I could relax, continue the rest of my day. The guests went back home to go get ready for the evening reception, and me and my new husband went to the hotel to go get ready. Honest. The evening reception came. That night, the bridge in our venue happened to be celebrating its 25th anniversary, and Bryan Adams decided he was going to play a benefit concert. How rude, on my wedding night. He'd even stolen some of the guests. 7:30 came. The bridge lit up like Sydney Harbour Bridge at New Year. Bryan Adams could be heard in the background. And the disco lights came on, and then, zoom, darkness. The manager then comes out with his little torch. The power's gone out. Really? Engineering degree. He goes, I'm really sorry, but there's no power, there's no lights, and there's no beer. There goes my perfect wedding. So don't worry about it, just get the buffet out, put whatever candles, and, we'll just enjoy a candlelit supper. And you know what? This actually turned out to be the best glitch of all. The guests were arriving and they were saying, what a great idea, Judd, I never thought of that for a wedding. So, glitch number 2. Note to self, everything will be alright in the end. Then the lights came back on, the disco started, beer was flowing, people were getting drunk, including my father. He comes running up to me and he grabs me, he throws me around. I felt like his princess again. And it was perfect until From here to here, my dress flew wide open. So embarrassing. There was no way I was dancing with my backside showing. So I runs into the bathroom to go and evade further embarrassment. My chief bridesmaid comes in with her little handbag, sews up the back of my dress. Mary Poppins saves the day! Yes! The rest of the evening went absolutely perfectly, without a glitch. So even despite the 3 glitches, the organist, the power, and the rip, it still turned out to be my perfect wedding. The church, the husband, somewhat gorgeous, and even my mum's 1970s vintage wedding dress from my childhood. Note to self, everything definitely will be all right in the end. And if that's not enough for you, 7 years later, the marriage did actually end. But don't worry, because 2 years ago, I married my perfect husband. And guess what? Not a glitch in sight. Final note to all of you. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.